Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Disney Hot Topic. We are so glad to be here for another week. We've got, again, some new faces, and we're so excited to talk about this week's topic of pins. It's a great topic. I know Joe's excited. Yeah, Joe's gonna he's gonna lose it over there. But first of all, as we always do, we're gonna do our introductions, and then we're gonna actually touch on some hot topic news before we get going. But first of all, I'm Jackson. I'm Disneyland Man's Instapics on Instagram. Joe, you want to go next?
I'm Joe with the ears, and you can find me on all social media platforms under that handle.
And then how about AC, you next?
Yeah, hello everybody. My name's AC. I sit under the Sailing Away podcast, but my main bread and butter is the co-host for the Disload podcast.
Cool. Adam, how about you?
Yeah, hi guys, my name's Adam. I'm the host of the Devonshire Diz podcast, fellow co-host of the Disload. You can find me all over the socials under Devonshire_Diz.
And then, of course, Olivia, we're glad to have you back. Can we have your handle, please?
Yeah, hi, I'm Olivia, and I'm Rope Drop Ready on all socials.
Excellent. It's so good to have you back. I'm sorry you have to be back, but we're glad to have you. And then Dean, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Dean's Parks and Vibes on Instagram.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're glad to have everyone here. We're happy to be here. Before we dive into pins, we wanted to just discuss really quick. We had the new news this week announced that Josh D'Amaro is going to be the new CEO of Disney, and so that means a lot of things for us. We've kind of had our eye on him, and that's been talked about for a long time, and so I'm kind of interested to see how that goes. But I know that we wanted to kind of make a couple predictions about what his first move's going to be. Maybe Iger's going to kind of go out with a bang. What do we think, gang? What's the haps?
Oh, it's tough to say, isn't it? Like, what do you do straight away as soon as you come in as a CEO? I would love to see. It's not going to happen, but it's a really big prediction. I'd love to see another park. How fun would that be? Add a fifth park into Orlando, into Walt Disney World, and it would just be cool. I don't know how they would theme it, what they would be themed of, but it'd be a cool announcement to see that happen.
I was going to go something similar and say like maybe a second gate for Shanghai or Hong Kong. I think that'd be a cool one. Because they've just got the one park at the moment, both of those.
Yeah.
So.
I would say that they're going to do something with Journey into Imagination. They've just got to, because they know it's a beloved icon. And what a better way to get in with the fans than to give Figment a proper ride.
I agree. I'd agree with that. Of all the things, I hope that he does something with that, because that would give me the most confidence in him with the parks, right? Because if he restored that ride to something that was really great, like it used to be, then I'd be like, okay, you know what? I won't throw a fit when you close Rivers of America in Disneyland or something. Like, I'll trust you about this, you know? I would throw a fit, but like, I'll be more trusting. Right. Let's have more of that.
I think it's very clear that Muppet Vision 3D will make an outstanding revival. For those that may know, that is a sore subject of mine for many moon now. So it's happening. Bye Villain Show. Muppet Vision Figure 3D is coming back.
That's what I thought. It needs to be there if they're having the Muppets coaster.
Yeah,
you've got
it works now. If you can do that, you will save face for what was the biggest travesty you ever put in that park and took it away.
Yeah.
That's very true. I'll go with that.
I've not seen the Muppets on Disney Plus yet, but I know AC.
You gotta watch it.
No spoilers. I haven't seen it either.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
At the moment.
my kids are more obsessed with it than I am, so that's how good it is.
No, you've done well. My prediction for Josh, I've said over all of the podcasts that I've been on recently, I just really want to see more Wall-E in the parks. I don't see why it can't land in Tomorrowland. Let's have a bit of that.
He's coming to the adventure, so he could come to the parks.
This is it. It's happening.
Man, I really like that. That's one of my favorite films for sure, and
I love it.
I would love to see some Wall-E in there. That movie's a masterpiece. It's perfect. So
yeah. It's so underrated. You don't see a lot of it at all.
Oh no, it's usually like little theming here and there. I know there's a little bit on Pixar Pier, but that's it. What were you saying,
Yeah, there's
Adam?
a little statue in Discoveryland in Disneyland Paris.
Don't forget the chair swingers that's come into Disney Adventure World.
What, with Up?
Yeah.
How could I
Oh,
forget?
sorry, it's up. Yeah, why am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, not Wally. Sorry,
But it
This
still
is not
needs
Paris.
more representation.
got the statue.
You
we
can
need
close
to see
your
more.
eyes and you're on a Wally ride with that spy.
I think the play park in Epcot for kiddos, I think that's currently themed as Wall-E, but that's just not enough. Not enough.
Needs a ride. Needs a dark ride.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dark ride and restaurant. I'd eat on the Axiom any day. Let's retheme like Space 220 to the Axiom or something.
This is definitely
for that.
going to turn into a armchair Imagineering episode. I can tell.
Yeah.
We can talk for hours about it.
Just think.
All
you
right.
sit on your chair. You go round the queue of the food bit. You don't actually get out of your chair. It's like a conveyor belt.
It's
Pick
like the
your
opposite
food.
of Yo Sushi.
Yeah, exactly. You have a belt, not the food.
Well, they've got the chairs there already, haven't they? They could just put them in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like the mobility scooters.
Okay, well, I think those are some good predictions. I think we've given him some really good ideas, and if he doesn't take all our suggestions, we know exactly what we'll think of them. But we can go right into the pins. So first off, without going crazy, guys. Okay, what we're gonna do a little show and tell. So give us your favorite pin, and I will say that's a category, so we can do like top 3 or 5 or whatever, because I couldn't do my top 1. But give us your top pin. Joe's looking for his, and tell us why you like it. Tell us why you think it's neat or why it's special. I was gonna say Joe's got this one, but I think he's gonna have to dig for it for a minute, so somebody else can go ahead first for him.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm stressing.
All right.
I prepared last night because I was like, it's going to take me a while. So I went through all my pins and was like looking through them because I have a few pin boards up here. And then I did buy a lot during my trip, but I've not thought about those because I still need to even sort those out. I looked through and I put them on the table because I thought I'm going to have to start rejigging things. So I've had these since I went to Walt Disney World first in 2009, 2 of them anyway. And when I actually looked at these, I didn't know they were limited edition pins. So I found that out last night. I was like, what? Like, little old me was getting limited edition pins. So we've got here, it's a Tinkerbell one, because this was one of my favourite franchises when I was younger.
Nice.
And it has actually on it, like, the DVD release on it as well for 2008. And this is limited edition 2000. And I liked how it's got, like, the picture and then obviously the detailed bits as well. And then I have, if you don't know already, I'm a big Figment fan. I know he's not for everyone, but I absolutely adore him. And I have Figment as a skunk, but obviously the scene. So this one I found out last night. Again, looked on the back of it. It's limited edition 1,500, which I don't even know I've got these like little grails. So I'm really happy about that. So those were like my top ones, and then this one. I graduated in 2023, so my mum got me this as a little graduation present, and I'm a big Alice in Wonderland fan. And this one, it says it's a Hong Kong Disneyland one, and I thought it was super cute. And it just has, they just have nice memories attached to it. Obviously, like my first trip and like my favourites, and then obviously graduating and stuff. They were just like my favourites that I pulled out. But there's so many that I love, and like I have a big Alice collection that are like all over here and stuff, but. Yeah, those were my top ones.
I think it could be an unspoken rule that we have on this episode that everyone has probably upwards of 100 pins that they could be like, I love this one for this reason, I love this one for this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't have my pins with me. They're in storage, and it's killing me because I'm like, I want to show my pins. So we'll just have that rule flat out. Joe, did you end up finding yours yet?
So I've got 2, and I've got one which is a grail pin for me and has been for a while, which I was fortunate to get for Christmas, and it's an Artland Sorcerer Mickey.
Wow, that's nice.
Like he's almost surfing on his book. Is a limited edition of 300.
That's
number
awesome.
46.
Wow.
And I love this pin. As soon as I seen it, I was like, need it. I need to have it.
It's huge as well.
It's a big one. It's like
Yeah.
it's 3" by 3". Which is nice, and all the Artland pins are just so well made, and they're stunners. And then a much smaller pin. This is a Buzz and Woody pin, and this is the first pin I ever traded with a cast member all the way back in 2005.
Nice.
So this one is
That's so cool.
yeah, it's a cool sort of like memory to have. And yeah, like Jackson said, we've got so many memories attached to a lot of the pins, but this one in particular is being the first one I ever traded with a cast member is, yeah, it's cool. It's a special one for me.
Nice.
Good shout. Good shout.
Adam or AC, do you want to hop on the train? Dean, you got pins to show?
Dean's got a book.
So mine will be quite quick because in all honesty, I am not a pin collector by trade. I am not. So it's not something that I've ever really collected. I have one left of the ones I did have because I gave them all away ages ago. And it's the only one that ever has any sentimental value, and I can't find it. I spent 2 hours today and I couldn't find it, so I don't know where it's gone. But but I can describe it really well because it's a dual pin. Well, it's got two points to attach to it, and it's a Disney Cruise Line DVC exclusive pin, and it's got the like a steering like a ship steering wheel on it, and it rotates and spins. So it's like a spinning one. It just sits in the DVC colors, and it's got Disney Vacation Club Cruise Line limited edition. They were issued at the time it was cruising, and it was one that was given on my very first cruise on the Disney Dream. And it was also the time that we had just sort of gotten it transitioned into Disney Vacation Club. So it had quite a lot of sentimental value, and the fact of my old man was like, "You're right, you need to go and speak to these people, and they'll give it to you." And you kind of go over and they're like, "Hi, can I have it?" And they're like, "Yeah, are you a member?" I'm like, "Yes, here's my membership." And they're like, "There you go." And that was great. So I have it, but I'm going to assume I've misplaced it somewhere. All my child has stolen it. So
That's okay. Let's see if the editor will work this week and find the picture of the pin, and we'll flash it on the screen now.
I will find it. Yes. Yeah. So that's my only pin. Unfortunately, I did have more, but in decluttering over the years, I ended up just giving them away and getting rid because they were sat in a box, and I should have displayed them. But there you go.
No, we needed to become friends a lot earlier, AC. You could have just shipped them down the road to me since we're in the same town. Just knocked on the door with a suitcase full of pins.
Hey, I've given you plenty of stuff so far. I keep flicking things from my left, right, and centre.
Yeah, it's handy making friends with fellow DVC and cruise line enthusiasts up the road for sure. I appreciate it. My pin, I have actually got a favourite pin. It's been a favourite pin for a long time. It's a pin to do with a artist called Charles Bowyer.
Oh, wow.
So he was a Disneyland illustrated
Banger of a
artist,
pin.
and he did a piece of art back in the 70s called Triple Portrait, which was Walt Disney taking a self-portrait of himself, but actually drawing a depiction of Mickey Mouse on the canvas. In the 80s, he switched it up, and Mickey was now the illustrator who was drawing Walt himself. So I got this a long time ago. I think on the back it says 2003, so it's one of the early ones. And I've cherished it since. I've had a print of it. I've had a sculpture of it as well. Just a great piece of art for someone who actually passed away. Date of recording is the 8th of Feb. He passed away on the 8th of Feb 2021. So topical as well.
Wow. That's
Disney legend in 2005. So he's one of the men.
That's a fantastic pin. Love that. I want it.
Absolutely love it. Love, and it's collectors for me. I tried the trade-in back in the day, but I mean, I can't give away pins.
Yeah, I'm the same.
100%. So for me, I've got 3 that I would say about. This is the first one. So Mission Space opening day pin.
Ooh.
Not that I like the attraction, but because
That's
I was
rad.
working over there,
That's
so
cool.
we got to preview it before it opened. And then
That's so
get in
cool.
trouble for calling it the Whirl and Hurl to the guests that were coming in, because you couldn't mention that people threw up on it. This is another one. Again, opening because I was over there when that opened. Mickey's Full of Magic. And then I really like these ones. So the castle pins.
Oh,
that's stunning.
That's such a good set of pins.
Well, there's only 4 because there's only 4 castles, but like the drawbridge is open. You can see the silhouettes of people in there and things. I mean, they're chunky and they're heavy, but they were, I like that.
My mind just got blown in half. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Jackson will be searching on eBay now for the
this
castles.
is a problem now.
I don't have them, unfortunately, but I have like my top 3 or 4. My first one, my favorite pin I have, I actually traded for, Joe. I love trading pins, but it's a little, you know those signs when you get on the Matterhorn, and they used to tell you to share a seat, and it was like 2 people sitting in front, and then it'd have a person, and then a person stand outside the bobsled. I have one of those as a pin, and it's just neat, and it's a little sign. It's just a pretty design. My other favorite one was, shout out to my friend Tyler for getting me this one, Disneyland Bro. He got me the final checkout. Oh no, did I just lose the internet? Anyway, so back to what I was saying. My friend got me one of the final checkout pins from Tower of Terror in DCA, which I love that pin. Super cool. And then one of my favorite pin I have is an old one. It's like a triple tier pin, and it's of the monorail, and it says Disneyland Monorail in front, and then it has the 2, the castle and like the drawbridge, like, you know, the old San Francisco bridge, and then the Matterhorn and the Fun Wheel or whatever. Like, it's a really interesting pin, and it's got felt on the bottom, so you can like set it down on stuff. It's a big deal. Anyway, I just think that one's fun because it's huge and it's got old icons on it. So that's one of my favorite ones. It definitely weighed down my lanyard, but I loved it. So those are like my special ones. I don't have them though.
Well, you definitely need to get them out of storage, and you need to get them on display.
I know.
Get them on your wall.
When my new apartment comes, I'm gonna have them like right here in a big corkboard, and I can show everyone can crap their pants about them, and we can nerd out about them. It'll be great.
Yes, definitely.
So with that being said, everyone's shown their favorite ones, and I feel like we talked about some of the rare ones we have too. But what do you think? I mean, AC might have the most exclusive one, but what do you think like is your rarest pin that you have? What's your most exclusive? Okay, Olivia's ready. I'm gonna hand it right over to her.
So I have a lot of these. Granted, I didn't get them. My mum did. So hats off to my mum to go into the different parks back in the day. So she's got. Well, I've got them now. They are mine.
Inherited.
Euro Disney opening year pin.
Wow.
So Disneyland Paris
nice.
opening year pin. So it has 12th of April 1992 on it as well. And these are before pin trading was a thing, so they don't have the pin trading stuff on the back. I have quite a few of different characters that don't have pin trading on the back because they're like before that. And then these were given out. I've only got 2 of them, but it's Adventureland and Frontierland.
They're sick.
I know they do others, so I'm going to try and find the rest of the set for that. And then I've got this one, which is from Walt Disney World, and it's from the 1990s, and it's a Disney Anna pin.
Nice.
And then I've got a Christmas 1991, and then I have a Christmas 1991 as well.
Wow.
And then this one I actually traded for quite recently. It's a Captain EO pin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Because I absolutely adore Captain EO.
What? That's so
Love it.
rad! I've never been more jealous of someone having one thing than that right now.
That is insane.
Honestly,
That's a
it
good
was
one.
when I went to that pin saying event in Liverpool, and I saw it on the board. I was like, need it. And it was like you traded a few for like a few different pins, and I just had to get it. So yeah, Captain EO. And then this was another one that I thought was a bit more rare, but it's not really because a lot of people know about it. And it's the Walt's Restaurant one in Disneyland Paris.
Like,
Nice.
So this is limited edition 5,000. but it's the menu. So you can get, there's 3 different ones. You can get a green one, a yellow one, and a red one, I think it is. I went for the green because it actually looks like the menu that you're given. But yeah, it's just, I've not took it off the actual thing because I liked that it had, and it just kind of stands there. And then another one is these fig pins.
Ooh.
I thought these were quite cool. And obviously because it's the Walt and Mickey statue. So
What is
that
that?
one,
Like, what's different about it? I can't, like, it's not coming
It's
across, but
like-
like,
one, it's pretty big, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like a figure at the same time. I've not took it out of the box, but I think I might take it out of the box so I can see it a bit better.
cool.
But yeah, I've noticed a few of these. They were selling them a lot on the Disney store, so I got it because obviously it was the Walt and Mickey statue. But it does say on them that they're limited release, limited edition. But I've tried to have a look and I can't see how many were released. But I don't know how rare they are to get now. But I thought it was quite a cool one. It's a bit different to your usual pin.
Yeah, nice.
I like that.
You've got some awesome ones.
Yeah, thanks to my mum.
yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I'm jealous.
Like, the Euro Disney stuff is so cool because
Yeah.
it's not Euro Disney anymore, and
Yeah,
that's like for it to be like opening year as well.
opening,
That's
yeah.
sick.
Dude,
So
that
good.
Captain EO pin, that's a grail find for me. That's I'm on a quest for the rest of my life to find that.
Yeah, I've seen a few of the plushes from Captain EO on Vinted that I'm like so close to get them. Yeah, I just loved Captain EO.
Wow. I've kind of already touched on my like rare pin, which would be my Artland one, which is of 300, which is a very cool limited one. But just had a quick look on my boards now to see if there was something which was also quite thing. I don't know much about this pin. I won it as part of a giveaway, and it's a little teeny tiny
Oh, that's so
Saucer
cute.
Mickey. But it's a cast member exclusive. I don't know when it's from. I don't know anything about it. I would guess it's a really early pin. It's not even a waffle back pin. If you're a pin trader, you know what the difference is. But it's an old dude, and I would guess is being a cast member exclusive, it'd be on the rarer side. I
Yeah.
would like to think. But yeah, that's
Cool. I like that.
it's a little dainty one, like, you know, it's nice. I've probably got a bunch more, but I could spend hours just going through them.
How many have you got, Joe?
I don't know, 300 and something maybe.
Oh,
Please
wow,
do a
really?
pin collection video.
I
It can be
may.
hours and hours and long. Or do it in a few
I'll watch it.
parts.
I will tune
Yeah.
in.
Absolutely, yeah.
I may have to. I mean, with like the calendar stuff that they've done in the last couple of years, I've got the last 2 years. Advent calendars, they're really good. I mean, they're 24 pins a time, so they bulk out the collection quite nicely.
Good shout, good shout. I'll jump on the rare pin collection. I don't know if this was rare at the time. I assume it's going to be pretty rare now. It's the Disney's Fort Wilderness Mickey's Backyard Barbecue. Anyone go to the Backyard Barbecue back in the day?
No.
Unfortunately not.
Man,
No.
that's a niche pin. Good job.
So
That
it's
is
got
so
like
cool.
it's got like an American flag hologram as well, so you can flash the stars and stuff.
Nice.
But the backyard barbecue was essentially like a family event they did in Fort Wilderness, where it was an all-you-can-eat barbecue, obviously, but it had the characters all dressed up in their country best, and there was country music and free alcohol back in the day if you were over 21, which my dad
Nice.
absolutely enjoyed. I was too young for that, unfortunately. Line dancing and all of that good stuff. So yeah, it was a really good family event, and they sold pins, so I picked one up.
Nice.
I'm shocked that they're giving anything away for free back then. Free alcohol.
Oh, we're talking.
That's what I was about to
I'm-
say.
I'm guessing this is late 90s, early 2000s, so there were a pinch of pixie dust back then, for sure. But yeah, apart from that, I mean, rare ones. I've got a got a Disney MGM Studios, which unfortunately I guess is rare now, even though we still call it MGM
I've got-
Studios.
Oh, wow.
Eiffel Tower, gotta be done. Gotta be done.
I also have
Forever
an
be
MGM pin.
MGM.
Yeah, look at
Oh,
that.
I love that. Nice.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so kicking myself I never picked any of these up, honestly.
Yeah.
We just
Let's
walked right past them.
Oh.
You just
got
assumed it would be
six.
there forever.
That Sixth Sense is like they're definitely changing the name at some point. I've got to pick up a
Nah.
There's no
Goes on
way
wrong
that
quick.
hat's gonna stay, bro. There's no way.
Yeah.
And I'll give you one more before I go. Speaking of name changes as well, going over to Disneyland Paris, it's a Hotel New York before Marvel took over the world.
Nice.
Hotel New York pin.
Yeah, I've got a Marvel pin of it. Yeah.
It's a great place to
I'd-
stay, Marvel or pre-Marvel. It was a lovely hotel.
I'd love
be fair.
to. I just went in the shop and bought a pin.
It's nice. It is nice. It is nice.
For mine, it's probably just easier to show you the page. But I was towards the end of when I was a cast member over there. I was the pin rep for the UK Pavilion. So they used to give us
cool.
like exclusive pins to give out and trade with the guests and things. But
That's
yeah,
so cool.
some of these. Like, I
Did you
don't
hear him
know.
lift that? Some of these.
The weight of it.
And like I like the princess ones, like Pocahontas and John Smith and things. But yeah, probably those ones.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nightmare bringing
Wow,
three.
he's always got a hoister over his shoulder. That's
So
like
the
Yeah,
house
it's a pin
actually
rack.
leans.
Dean, what does a pin rep in a UK pavilion look like? What was the daily task for a pin rep?
So they gave us like 30, 40 kind of exclusive pins for cast members that we would then trade out, and then we'd go around, like stock up the pin cart, go into the stock room and make sure you pass the pins out to the other cast members. So anyone that was trading with the lanyards, they just kind of were stocked up daily with like pins to trade. And then like the really bad pins you take off of them and then put back in. I don't know where they went, but you would pass them back in. But yeah, it was good because it just it broke up your day a bit. And of course that then gets you
absolutely
invested in collecting, and you end up spending loads of money on it.
The danger zone.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So speaking of the danger zone, why do we collect pins? Like what drives that? I mean, it could just be a simple answer like I like them. Like for me, that's most of mine. I just like them. But like why do we collect pins? Because we've shown a range of the pins we collect, and so like why do we all collect pins?
Can we also
Guess I'm a bit like a magpie.
Can we reverse that to AC and see why he gave up collecting the pins as well? That would be interesting.
Ooh, good
Yeah.
question. Yeah, that's a great question.
But actually, that is quite because it was Magic Bands that did that. I lost to Magic Bands. So when Magic Bands were in their like absolute prime, I was buying them left, right, and center. And I do actually have I have two. One is buried in the bag in the room. I'm not digging that out. But I do have one on the desk to show if it was suitable. But I didn't want to because it's a pin subject. I didn't want to bring it out. But it's my 2014 limited edition Mickey Very Merry Christmas Party Magic Band.
Nice.
That's
Wow,
so
one
cool.
of 5,000.
Wow.
So that's there. And then with this one, this was the first Magic Band ever that had a different sound introduction when you scanned into the park with it. So when you scanned into the park with it, where the green, where the lanterns would go green, this would then grow for a candy cane color and play Christmas music and say "Welcome into the park."
Cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's
All
so
our ears
good.
just went doink when you said different
Yeah.
sound. We were like,
So-
you what?
Yeah, so so it's the same with as Adam can attest to. When you're like a DVC member and you check in with a Magic Band, it will say "Welcome home," turn purple. This will go candy cane, give you a Christmas tune, and say "Welcome to the park." So it was
Little
Magic Bands.
sprinkling a Snope come down as well. At the same
Oh, that
time.
would be great, wouldn't it? But yeah, I've still got the box. Never gets
Amazing.
used. I bought it.
Oh,
We were
cool.
for like 2 days, and I was like, nope, never wearing that again. That'll stay in its box forever, and it'll never move. It was Magic Bands. It was that year that kind of tipped me in that, and it was because I was one of the first people to trial Magic Bands in Walt Disney World.
Awesome.
Wow.
So we were booked onto a trip, and just by sheer fluke, we got an email saying you'll be part of this trial. You'll be issued a Magic Band when you arrive. You have to do X, Y, Z, and then you'll have to fill out a form at the end. But you get to keep your Magic Band. And in there somewhere, I still have one that says Trial Edition on the back.
Nice.
That's amazing.
That is so
Yeah.
cool.
That's
And it was
cool.
just-
That's rad.
Yeah,
It was
that's gotta be so
just
rare.
by luck. It was just a
Wow.
2013 trip by luck that we got to the Magic Bands. And it was from then. Yeah, it was from then. I was like, wow, I want Magic Bands. And now they're kind of dying off, which is a shame.
That's so cool.
That is cool.
I'm so jealous of you.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. I want candy cane stuff when I
Yeah.
tap my Magic Band. Now I feel dumb.
Yeah, so that was it for me. But I did put my only pin in the chat that we have. So if you want a quick look at that, it is there for you to look at.
Awesome.
And the wheel on it does actually spin, so the whole thing moves as part
Wow,
of it.
that one's neat. That's super cool.
Good pin.
Quickly check the chat now.
Oh yeah, that is.
I know we're
We
all
will
like,
flash
hold
it
on
up
a
on
minute,
screen.
hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Thanks to Dean's amazing editing skills.
Look at that.
But I'll be back inside.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Hey, it was
Yeah.
it was funny.
So yeah, that's the only pin that remains in my collection, and then Magic Bands were the replacement. So I have a lot of them stuck in bags somewhere.
How many?
I think there's probably about 10 or 15 hiding around.
Why have
Because
you?
we did a trip one year where we did like a split stay, so we stayed in like 4 different resorts over the trip, and we got a new Magic Band every single one. So every checkout and check-in, we got a new band. So I picked up a collection of them, and it was the first round of Magic Band 2.0. So I was like, oh, I've got all the colours of that, and then I was like, oh, they have a Christmas or never Christmas one. I'll buy that, and I'll get that, and I'll get that. Oh, look, you can put the little rubber thing on it, so it looks like a TV screen with Mickey on it. I'll buy that.
Man, they knew exactly how to take your money, didn't they?
Oh, they got me good.
They
I was
saw
like,
you
this
come
is
in.
It was as soon as I saw that, I assumed that every single one would then do something different, like the Christmas one, and I learned very quickly that wasn't the case. But they were bringing out some really cool designs back then. So yeah,
That's cool. That's a good reason, I think, to maybe not sort of step into the pin collecting side. You've gone into a different thing to collect.
yeah.
You still-
There's a few collections that I have that aren't pins that I won't go into detail with because there's too many. As we're probably guilty of as Disney fans in this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
My wife said yesterday, oh, they've brought out new wishables, and it's like, oh, okay. So
No.
that collection's now going to be added to.
And they brought out new resort mugs for the first time. They've just changed
Yeah.
that. So there you go.
Yeah.
If you collect resort
Yeah.
mugs, you'll be.
Oh,
Finally out the way.
the resort mug, the new
And I
resort
met
mug's
the
stunning.
artist who makes them.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
cool.
art.
No way, that's awesome.
I know,
That's very
I'm
cool.
sorry.
Yeah.
The beauty of farts.
So
Festival of the Arts, sorry, my bad. Whoops.
that's probably just going to be as t-shirtable as a puff of bread. That line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Getting all the catchphrases.
I think I'd rather a puff of bread than a fart, to be honest. But
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be nicer.
So let's rephrase the question then. So why do we collect? And pins can be involved, but why do we collect things? Magic bands, pins, like everything. We all have a collection we could insert here. Why do you think we do it?
I mean, like for pins, I think I'm a bit like a magpie. I like shiny things, so if they're shining, I'm picking it up, you know. But for me also is a space thing. I don't have a lot of space, and pins are perfect. You can bring loads of pins back. You can stick them on a corkboard and they go up on the wall. It's nice, you know.
Yeah.
You run out of room quick on a corkboard because if you buy lots, you know, you run out quick. But it's an easy way for me to collect a lot of the things I love, you know, about Disney. I've got a lot of Sorcerer Mickey pins. I've got a lot of Tangle pins.
I love that so much.
I stole that idea off of
So
Sophie.
good.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I got loads of Star Wars pins. I've got Fantasia pins. I've got Hades pins. I've got, from the IPs I love, I'm able to collect these little things, and I think that's what,
And you can
what I
find
like
a lot
about
of
it.
rare characters as well.
Yeah,
in pins.
yeah.
I picked up a lot on my trip of characters you just don't see. So I was just like, oh, let's get it. It's cute. It's only little. I could fit a lot of my cases. As I've shown before the call, this is full of pins that I got. And I was able to bring a lot back because you can fit so many in your case. Although the weight doesn't really help. But,
No.
but
They
yeah,
do
just
get
like
heavy.
mini souvenirs, and I like that you can get so many different designs. I like getting all the park stuff as well.
I think it's that sentimental value you get from a collectible, but regardless of what that collectible is, it's something that you've picked up whilst you're there on that trip, that memory that you've made as you've picked it up. You'll always hold those memories. Every one of you guys have pulled a pin and it's had a great story come with it and a memory to it and an association. So it's that gets you to collect, I think. It's that attachment. And then once you get that attachment to these things, you start to collect them because you like to keep that attachment and build it up.
Yeah.
It's a good shout. And also, a bit like you mentioned AC with Magic Band, it's about the time, isn't it? Like, Disney over the decades have spent so many different decades and so many different years and festivals and holidays that have different collectibles. And if you're there at that time, I was there in October 99 when pin trading became this official thing. I remember this purple tent being put up in the innovations area in Epcot, and everyone's kind of like walking towards the thing and where's the fountain? Why have you put this strange purple tent in front of my fountain? Only to go around the back of it and see all of these new shiny things, as Joe said, that everyone was jumping on at the time. And I remember there were cast members walking around going like, have you heard of pin trading? Do you know what this is? Look at these books. Oh, there's some over there you might like. So it's like that at the time when I went back in 99, that was the new shiny thing that everyone was jumping on. So that's what started the collection.
That's so cool you were there. Wow.
It was cool. It was interesting. They were pushing it hard at the time, that's for sure. Like, don't go mouse gear, come to this purple tent and buy these pins. But no, it's cool. Like you all said, it's a great way of just having a small memento of each time you head to the parks and stuff. It's awesome.
Mouse gears seems like a hell of a throwback.
Mouse gear, electric umbrella, innovations, and our beloved fountain, all of that era. That's proper Epcot.
Back in the good old days.
That's right.
Still the best part.
But
you won that competition pretty strongly there, Joe.
I think so.
I never stood a chance.
I'm surprised you came second, Jackson.
I couldn't believe it. But I think for me, I'm kind of with both of you. I think I'm with everyone on this because I'm a shiny things kind of guy. You can't really see it, but this is actually full of Hot Wheels right here. So I love little shiny metal things. Yeah, these are just my little cars that I keep in here. Just
cool.
Cars. But I love things that are intricate with weight. And so pins fulfill that requirement. But also, I think there is a lot of memories associated with them. I did a ton of trading when I was young, and those were like big deals. When you're a kid walking up to a cast member and like asking them for stuff, like it's a big deal when you're a kid, and they give you something back, and it's so neat. Like I have one, I got brave, and I went up to a security guy at Disney, and I said, "Hey, I'll trade you this pin for your badge." And he just laughed, and he said, "No, but here's a free Fozzie Bear pin with a hat with a Mickey's ears on." And I was like, score, that's super cool. And that's like one of my most cherished pins, because I was like, oh, I already love the Muppets, but now like I have this cool memory. Like I could show you exactly where in the Grand Californian, like I traded that pin, I tried to do that. So it's pretty neat that we take little snapshots with those pins. It's kind of like Polaroids where you take them there and they remind you of that moment forever. But I think something else that's neat about pins is that there's something for everybody. Like, they're very broad. They cover attractions and park history and characters and events. Like, there's something here, even if you didn't collect pins specifically, there's something here for every one of us that would get us to buy a pin. You know, like DVC, or like Very Merry Christmas, or Not So Scary, or the barbecue thing, which is awesome. That pin's super cool. You know, just, I think that's really neat about pins. I think that's a superpower they have, and it's also great marketing, but I think it's a superpower they have.
They know what they're doing, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Do we think they've gotten a bit too expensive now? Because I've not bought any new ones for years, because it's and I get that, yeah, they're lovely, but for what they charge for them, I don't know. But also, pins seem to have kept the market in a way, because like the Disney Store beanies, I had loads of those, and like the value completely dropped out of those big time. Whereas pins seem to be still, well, because there's still a market for them, I think. But it's just the cost,
I think
me.
I think especially in like the last 2 years, 3 years, I've seen it anyways, pins becoming so popular. And
it's hard to get them when they drop as well.
It's so tough. If you're trying to get a pin on like pin release, it's really difficult. You've got
I don't even bother.
No, neither do I anymore. It's taking the fun out of it. You know, you've got to try to queue. The scalpers are going to get to it first anyways, which is really frustrating for the people like us who are actual collectors. Is a hard experience. And Dean, you're right, they are getting expensive. Mystery sets, for example, they used to be £12, £14 a box. You get 2 pins. Fantastic deal. Now they're £24 a box. Is £12 a pin you're paying now, and that's like generally about the price for an open edition pin, there or thereabouts. So like it's hard to like want to complete these sets. I've got a board with a bunch of sets which are not complete. Wait, let me I can grab it. I got it in hand.
This is why I don't do sets, because I know it'll be like so hard to complete a set.
It's tough.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree with that.
Disneyland's 70th year. I haven't completed it. Magical Chefs. I haven't completed it. Imaginative Icons. I haven't completed it. I've completed this, and I've completed Pumpkin Pals. But it's just so expensive. The Haunted Mansion pins.
They're still selling the Magical Chef and the Haunted Mansion ones.
That's good to know.
We can insert my weird live video now.
Yeah, go into our live reporter.
We got the live reporter, really cringy video of me in a Frontier Trading Post.
I can't wait.
It's going to be so good.
And we're going to show you what is available in Walt Disney World.
We are live here at Frontier Trading Post, so come with me and let's check out the pins. Here are the prices. So you've got silver, which is $14.99, you've got yellow, which is $17.99, and pink, which is $19.99. So on the pricey side, and you have tax on top of that, so that's something to bear in mind. Over here we have Mickey and Friends section. Oh, Powerline. This one's a good one. Look at this one. You don't see Powerline a lot. I might have to get this. This is going to be a danger zone for me, because I'm going to end up saying, oh, this one's a good one, and then I'll end up buying it. I have already bought this one, which is the first visit badge, which is Chip and Dale. Super cute. Had to get it. A theme park and resort section, but this is kind of like your Starbucks ones. I really like these, but I'm not keen on dangly like little bits, so I won't be getting these. Then we have more theme park and resort stuff. I did buy this the other day. This is probably one of my favourite ones, with Walt on there. Love it. You have a lot of the ride attraction ones. However, I like to buy the ride attraction pins after I've rode the ride. We also have a princess section, all your princesses, but also down here you do have villains, which are really cool to see. Also got a selection of lanyards, Pixar pins, Winnie the Pooh, and animated features, which includes the Oliver and Company one, which is one of my favourites. And of course, Alice stuff. Obsessed. There's even a dedicated pirate section here, and another bit of animated features, and also Star Wars. So here's a What's New section. So our What's New section includes the honorary Mickey Mouse Club member, the Florida I Trade pins, honorary pin trader, wanna trade, the 2026 Mickey and Minnie with the castle, and you've also got some mystery pins for 2026, which has the different characters on there. And down here you also have some of the Pride collection. I'm not sure if they are new for this year though, I feel like I've seen them before. Over here we have a mystery pin section. So all of your mystery pin desires. Selection here is incredible, and if you're a mystery box fan, you are in luck, because there's even more over here. We have the character trash bins here, which actually you get like 5 in there, because I freaked out the other day because we got some and then the price on there. It's pretty expensive, but you do get 5, so it is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Over here you also have some starter sets. This is probably my favourite one. Star Wars ones, and you've also got Haunted Mansion over here as well. That's super cute. And I really like this. This is a really good gift. A happy birthday one, and it's in this little gift box. And then you've also got some pin sets as well. Really like this one. Dapper Dans showing the pin boards. So in most shops you'll find a Mickey board, which is for pin trading. You can pin trade with cast members, but look out for these boards because you'll find some good ones. You do have to be careful though, because I'm going to be honest, a lot of the pin boards have a lot of fakes. I'm yet to trade anything because I brought all real pins and I don't want to trade them for fakes, knowing that they're fake, unless I really like the design. So do keep an eye out. You can look on websites and stuff to see what fakes look like. There's videos about it. We could do a little segment on the podcast about how to spot a fake, so if that's something you're interested in, please comment down below. But yeah, that is Frontier Trading Post, and yeah, great.
It's tough now to sort of be a collector of pins. Is tough. I find myself on Whatnot a lot now. I'm buying pins secondhand.
I'm not allowing myself on that app.
Don't. It's dangerous. I
Yeah.
don't even want to declare how much I've spent in the last year on it. It's ridiculous. You know. Yeah, it's dangerous.
But what you say about, it's becoming almost impossible to collect anything from Disney, and that is really true. Not just pins. Let's look at. I'll use popcorn buckets, which is another collection of mine. They're the same. I've been places when they've been on release and launch, and you get them. And the queues are unbelievable. I'm talking all the way down Main Street. I was there when they released the Mr. Toad one in Disney World, and they did it on mobile order, and mobile order crashed. You couldn't use it because people were just fighting for this popcorn bucket. And it's the same with pins. Anything that's got a good limited edition capability to it. You just you've got to fight for it. You have to fight now, and like I say, that takes the fun out of it, because you go in with the hope you're going to get it, but now you've got to be wherever that is, whether online or the park at the crack of dawn, be ready to fight somebody to try and get it, and that doesn't make the experience enjoyable, I would say.
Yeah, it's almost like concert tickets,
Yeah,
it's so impossible to get these high, not these high value, what am I trying to say, but these sought after tickets. Oasis, for example, I like a bit of Oasis. I'm sure many people do, but the tickets were impossible to get.
Yeah,
you would have to be up at stupid o'clock in the morning when they dropped, and then you're in a queue for 3 hours, and then you don't get anything, and then you see them on resale for $2,000. I'm like, whoa, now this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it, the Winnie the Pooh pin set that came out during last year. It was a monthly pin. They sold out instantly every month. And they were then being resold for 3, 4, 5 times the price on eBay and Vinted and things like that. And it's so frustrating. It's come into that.
It was the same with that Pizza Rizzo one, wasn't it, for the 25th anniversary?
Gosh, yeah, that went up to a ridiculous cost.
Yeah, and it was a case of you had to be at Hollywood Studios a couple hours before it opened to luckily get a wristband to purchase the thing. And if you didn't get that, It was we have a few set aside for non-reservation, but good luck to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Mad.
It's ridiculous. I mean, there's definitely better ways, I think, that Disney could go about how they do pin releases, but the current way that they do it is not how it's done. Especially with online releases.
You've got the gift and the curse of social media as a marketing tool, haven't you?
Oh my gosh!
When pins first came out, the only place you would find pins was in a park or in a pin trading station or downtown Disney at the time or whatever. And now it's like as soon as something like the Winnie the Pooh collection comes out, bam, it's on TikTok, hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah,
everyone wants it. It's a new favorite thing. So you've got that to contend with, which obviously from a Walt Disney Company perspective, you're looking at it thinking free marketing, thank you very much. But it lends to the issues that they're having where, if they are going to do, mobile drops and stuff like that, there is going to be 7-hour queues for it, irrespective of whether it's a mobile virtual queue line or not. Like the Figment popcorn bucket, if we're hitting popcorn buckets with AC.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just the queue of Epcot to try and get a Figment Popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
And it's the same for pins. It's the same for everything.
I mean, and they released the Figment popcorn bucket the year after with a different strap, and they nobody wanted it then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the artist one, I saw like an army of them. Like they weren't selling.
Crazy. Did you pick one up?
I didn't because I was like, no, I knew I wouldn't be able to fit it all in my case and stuff.
No, you got to
I
buy a
got
separate
pin
case for
of
him.
There was a pin of it, so...
you just stuff things in the popcorn bucket, so then it becomes and then put it in your suitcase. That's what you do. Is you clear out that suitcase and then you stick stuff in it.
Get into popcorn buckets because they're just huge. Like
they are.
It's
amazing. I had to
put
bring.
Them anyway.
I brought 2 home this year or last year, and it barely fit.
Yeah. No, they had a artist Figment pin, so I just got that instead.
Yeah,
good shot.
And
they are much more compact pins. They are far easier to get back, especially for us as people in the UK and that trying to travel over. It's much easier.
Do we think the problem with the merch is since COVID? Because I don't remember there being this much problems trying to grab the new merch before COVID. Has it occurred since then, or was there the problem before?
I think 2 of the reasons are because we've seen this big influx of collectibles right now, right? That's a big thing. Like Lego's a really great example of this, where they say like, hey, we sell adult Legos now, come and buy them, and they sell them like crazy. Half the store of a Lego store or more is adult collectibles now, which is cool. I want 10 of them. I want all the space sets. Like they've got me hooked. But I think that's one reason that we're seeing this kind of thing. I also think the other reason is that Disney figured out a while ago how serious of a source of revenue that this was going to be. Because I remember when I was collecting pins when I was young, it was a really hit or miss thing. Especially when I was a kid, there was just really weird, bad designs, and then sometimes you'd get a really awesome one. And everyone would buy it, and then there'd be these peg warmer pins that nobody wanted, that nobody buyed. But now they've really upped their game, and we talked about this on the merchandise episode where we've got those ones with magnets in them, and there's all these different innovations or pinovations, as I've been saying, where we've been seeing, that's the one, right? You can display it without the window cover, really neat, right? And so Disney kind of got serious about this, and I think those 2 reasons are a huge drive, along with that we can advertise on TikTok now, that plus the seriousness of how good these products are. But I'd be really interested to see what is everyone that COVID comment is really interesting, and I'd like to see what everyone else thought about that.
I think recently in recent times, anyways, we've seen a massive influx of Disney creators. It seems like they've come out of nowhere. There's been a massive boom for people like us. Loads of people have sort of, I don't want to say jumped on the bandwagon because we all love it, but started making content around this wonderful place. And obviously it brings more eyes to people who maybe haven't got a chance to go to Disney, so they maybe start picking up things online when they can't. And yeah, I think the creators they're not to blame, but I think hasn't helped the situation when it comes to things like this. You know, is they don't make. What am I trying to say? They don't hype it up, but they're part of it. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making sense, but like,
Yeah, the content creators are naturally, not even by intention, they're naturally pushing a product.
yeah,
You know, they're pushing it because they're going in the parks, they're reviewing these things, they're saying, oh, look at these new pins that have released, you know, just by making content for themselves. And what that does is, by viewers, we all look and go, oh, I want that. Oh, that's really cool. I need that. So it drives it up. So I think you're absolutely right. The content creation side of things with the bigger channels that have that larger, you know, following, you know, if they pull out a pin they think's really cool, a lot of those people will ironically be influenced by it and therefore buy them. So Disney are knowing, I think Disney know that now. So they're going, right, okay, well, we'll give the limited edition ones, we'll make them say how good they are, you know, we'll do all this, and then people will go absolutely crazy for them. And that's what's going on.
You know, and I've seen this recently. I think it was Blake Silver, massive Disney creator. He had a preview of all of the new 2026 Wave A pins for the mystery boxes, mystery bags, which are coming out soon. God, please change the date. Do it like a Sunday morning or Saturday morning or something, please.
Or like midnight.
It all comes down to product control. It comes down to product control, doesn't it? Whereas like a lot of the stuff now. I mean, when I went over last year, it felt like every other pin was a limited edition pin. It didn't feel like the limited edition pins were that limited, if you see what I mean. Unless it was ones that were really limited, then they put them in a little glass case and go, well, you can't have these because these don't exist. But this one's limited edition, but but it's not because it's on the shelf and there's like 87 of them here. So how limited is limited at this point? So they're trying to do that now because obviously, as we say, since the 2020 period, scalping for any collectible is now just everywhere, no matter what it is. Unless you get it, you ain't getting it unless you pay exorbitant amounts of money on the resale market because scalpers are just taking them left, right, and centre. So by having like the restriction of purchase, so you know you can only buy two, or if they are really limited edition, you only buy one, and you know having it linked so your ticket is scanned when you buy that one in the park. So then then there's no way you can do it because you've only got one ticket to get in. So you know I think they're trying to do it, but it's really hard because from Disney's business perspective, it's sold. It doesn't matter who's bought it. They've sold them all. They've made their money. What you do afterwards is not really their problem.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where we as genuine collectors and buyers want the access to get these things as easy as possible. But Disney, in the greatest respect, and not in a negative manner, they don't really mind who buys it because it's sold.
Yeah, I mean they're the kings of merchandise for a reason, aren't they?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, they know how to spend money. Like going back to Jackson's point on crowd control. On the cruise ships, I'm not sure if any of you guys have cruised or not, but on that first day when you cruise, when the shop opens for the first time on your voyage, it is pandemonium in those shops. It is unbelievable because it's the first time the shop's open. Everyone rushes in. I've got to buy my merch because if I don't get it now, that's it. Because the cruise ship can't restock at sea. It can't do X, Y. So people they go crazy for it. So all this limited edition stuff, they want it. And so Disney go, great, well, we'll get them in the shop because if they can't buy the thing they want, they'll certainly buy something else.
Yeah,
very true. Very true.
So yeah, it's all about product restriction is the easiest way to manage it.
I saw a video.
Think of like. Oh yeah, go.
Sorry, I saw a video on Instagram over the weekend where somebody was in DCA and he was just following someone that had 2 huge bags full of popcorn buckets. But I mean, I thought it's all supposed to be numbered anyway. You're only supposed to get 2 of each or something. So I don't know how people are getting around it. Is it because Disney aren't enforcing that? As you say, obviously they're getting the money whatever way they sell it.
Yeah. It's interesting because I imagine when it comes to the popcorn bucket scalping, I think what a lot of them do is they'll go and buy a couple from different vendors, but they'll hide the bags from the previous purchase around so they can't. So when they go up to the vendor, obviously from a vendor's perspective, it's just someone in the queue. They haven't got that popcorn bucket, so they're just going to buy another one. Then they've got bags full. Then they'll go store them in the locker, and they'll go again. And they'll keep going until they can't, That's what they do. They do. I've seen it. I've seen, with that Mr. Toad one, for example, they had bags of them, and they would just put them in lockers.
It's crazy.
That's wild. I actually have I'm pretty passionate about the topic of scalping because I'm a Hot Wheels guy and I work at a retail store, and there's a guy that comes in every week and he knows when our shipments come in and he digs through the boxes as we put them out before we can even get them on the peg, and they're gone. I don't even get to see them. And I'm like, I just want to see them, bro. It'd be cool. And I know he's just going to mark them up and sell them to some poor guy who pays $30 for a DeLorean time machine instead of 10, which is already too much. And so I don't know. I love collectors, and I will die for collectors. You can walk across me over the chasm to get to the pin. I don't care. But as soon as it's a scalper, I have a problem finding sympathy. I know they're just making money, but it just hurts me. I don't know. This is a thing that I don't like about it.
Yeah, and I suppose the thing with like scalpers and things like that, we're like there's a few of us who will pay these extortionate prices, so there's some people who may not know better, and they'll pay, the 2 times, the 3 times, the 4 times the price, and then unfortunately that becomes part of the problem because people will then be like, oh, well, they're selling at this price, so we'll keep selling them at this price. You just got to sit back, I think, and wait for the hype to die down around anything sort of limited release, and just so we can get it back at cost price, which is a shame,
But what a way to deter young collectors from things.
Oh, yeah.
Like you say, as kids, trading pins, picking up these pins. If you've got one if a kid wants one, and they can't get it in the park or online or wherever, and the parents are going to try and do their best to get it for them, but they can't get it, it turns people away from the want to collect, because it's almost impossible to get anything that's I say worth collecting in the sense of, a good collection has a good, like say, a mixture of commons, rares, ultra rare, super limited edition, and they want to build that collection. But if you've got people scalping it, these people can't build them, so they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
This is the thing. It's not just hearing everyone talking as well. It's just reminded me of an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. Anyone a Raymond fan? Anyone watch Raymond back in the day? No. Everybody Loves Raymond. There was an episode, Dean, you might remember it. Pee Wee Herman was on it. He was a comic book store guy, and Raymond went to the ends of Earth to buy his daughter a trading card. It was a Scrammyzor. I remember I've watched this episode far too many times on a Friday morning. And he goes to different states. He goes to this comic book store on a hunch, and Pee Wee Herman's there, and he's going to sell it for him for like $400 or whatever. And he goes home, he spent $400. He's been a good dad and gives it to his daughter. There you go. And she's like, oh, great. She licks it, folds it, and puts it in the pocket and runs upstairs. And it's like, do you know how much that is and how limited edition that trading card is? But it just goes to show. I mean, this was a Raymond episode, probably back early 2000s or something like that. It's not a Disney collectible. It's just something which you're going to have with collecting in general. I think you're always going to have people who are going to try and be advantageous with it and try and make a bit of money off someone who's trying to collect it. It's a chicken and egg thing, unfortunately.
I want to raise a question, if we may. Does everyone remember when I was younger, I remember people used to come into the park and they'd bring like those big books, those big trading books, and they'd bring like 5 or 6 of them, and they just lay them out in Frontierland by that pin store in Disneyland or wherever they were, Epcot, I'm sure it was the same deal, and they'd trade. And I remember it got to the point that Disney actually just started taking away their chairs. Like, oh no, Dean left. That's bad.
Yeah. Especially being the pin rep at some point.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Damn. Wait for him to get back in, I suppose.
Anyway, this might be a bad topic, but I'm just wondering what you guys because if you guys remember that, oh, there he is. Good, he's back already. That was so fast. I was just saying, Dean, this might be a terrible question to ask, but like, what did you like? What do we think about that? Because they sort of kicked the traders out of the park. You know, like you can only bring so many in at a time now, and if you want to trade, it's in downtown Disney or whatever. And like, do you think that's a bad thing, or do you think that's a good thing?
I mean, that may be the thing for DCA. I know in Epcot they've moved them from outside the pin shop as soon as you go into the park. Over everybody sort of gathers around towards Creation Shop now.
Yeah, I saw them.
And people still take books and books and books, and
I was too scared to approach them because I was like,
they're so intimidating.
yeah,
You know,
it's
'cause-
knowing like it's the pin value and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's something that I wanted to do like the boards because then it's not really much of an interaction kind of thing. But obviously, when I went to the boards, they were all fakes, so I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I only did it once, and it was in Character Warehouse because I finally found some pins that were real and I liked them. But I was too like intimidated. I didn't want to go up to them and then be like, I don't like any of your pins, or they're not a good value and all that kind of stuff. So I just left it because I've seen some videos on TikTok like when like they go up to you and you're like, no, look at them. No, I don't want any of them.
Yeah.
So I was a bit worried about doing that.
I mean, it's scary, and like all like as a first time like person to person trader, is so intimidating going up to these people who've been going to Epcot, you know, every other day for the last 10 years pin trading. You know, they've been around, they know what they're looking for, they know the value of everything. It's terrifying. Like for a kid to go up and ask for a trade, oh my god, I couldn't imagine it. I can't do it. I'm 28, you know. I go up to him shaking. Have you got anything to trade?
I really wanted him as well because there was so many on the boards. Like they had these massive books out. I had a little peek, like I was looking over, eat my pizza in Creations, but not Creation Connections. But yeah, I was too scared to go over. Kind of regret it now because I wish I just went for it. And then got rejected and then cried about it. But
yeah, that's the thing. It's the fear of rejection, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or like them going, "Oh, your pins ain't really good enough." And I'm like, what do you mean? I spent so much money on these.
I tend to trade mostly, you know, like when you can get pin sets.
Yeah.
And then I'll keep a few of them and then trade some of them. Or like if you got your blind boxes as well, I think they're good for trading.
Yeah.
But when I'm buying pins, I'm buying them because I like them. I'm not buying them to trade.
Yeah, I've got lots of duplicates from like blind boxes and things like that. You know, these are all traders, which I will be taking to the park.
Now. Are we going to do another trade by post?
Maybe. This one I bought by accident, by the way. Right? I was on Whatnot. It's so easy to buy on there. Like you just swipe. Next thing you know, I spent 40 quid on a pin I don't want. I'm like, I'm gonna have to trade it. So like, gutted. but yeah, it's scary going up to the traders. I'm not sure what the case is in DCA because never had the opportunity to go, unfortunately. But yeah, you're saying that they can only take in so many books, or you know, there's not so much of a big thing anymore, or they're trying to crack down on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
They were the Epcot ones are pretty but they were pretty regular when we were there. And I do remember when I went to Disneyland California, we were staying at the Grand Californian. I was in the lobby and we checked in, and there was a guy there, and he was literally just sat in the lobby on like by the near the fireplace area, and he just had books, and they were out, and people were up to him talking and things. I'm just like, this is wild. I don't know if this guy's actually staying here or what he's doing, or if he just comes here on a pastime to trade. But it was wild, and like you say, imagine just having that many that you can trade. It was so wild. So I don't know if they still allow them to do it in the resorts and stuff. I didn't see it when we were in Florida, but when we were there in California, they were in the resort just doing it there.
Yeah, did I read somewhere that Tokyo banned pin books completely from the resort. I thought that was baffling. I'm sure I saw that online somewhere, and it's like you've built this whole community of people who have the ability to collect these things and trade it, and then it's got so out of hand that you've had to ban them from doing so in parks. That's nuts, absolutely nuts.
That's wild, yeah. Like you said, to like sort of ban a whole group of people from being able to show up, not being able to show up to the park. But
I know pins aren't as big as a thing, like they don't sell them as much over there, but I've not heard of that. That's mad.
Yeah.
It might be because the parks are so congested as it is, so if you've got a crowd of
I think it's
people
probably that.
That's true.
blocking up the walkways. But yeah, it seems crazy.
I just signed up for Whatnot, and this is going to be really
Oh,
bad.
what did you say? You could have used my referral code.
Oh no, you could have both got money.
Oh,
Not even heard of it.
Oh,
I've never even been on it, and this is
Danger zone.
amazing.
Don't.
honestly,
do
there's so many sellers selling Disney stuff. You can buy like Spirit jerseys for like half the price. They may not be
I'll
good
talk
ones,
to you after
but
the show, Joe.
yeah, I'll send you a link.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I don't have any other questions. Does anyone else have any other topics we can bring up about this?
Gosh, I feel like I could talk forever on it, but let's try and not make it a 6-hour episode.
I'm sorry. I feel like I kind of killed the momentum at the end. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to.
No. Sorry. But yeah, pins are crazy.
Disney collection.
That's the
Any
whole
Disney
episode.
collectible is crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they are.
I think,
They,
I think like an interesting thing to maybe for people who's listening in and last like 10-15 minutes heard about like the dark side of pin trading and everything with, Disney kicking people out of resorts and pushing them into different areas because they don't want them front and center, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, if you collect them, it's because you've got a passion for it. And, these people who have books, like, hats off to them to be able to jump into a collectible item like that and build, like, such a passionate collection. And then also be around to share it. And it's not necessarily about trading when they open their books. It's just showing off, the collection they've been able to build over 25 years that it's been now. So, like, I remember seeing those books on day one back in October 99 when they first started doing in Epcot, and the fact that it's still going strong now is just remarkable and shows how they've been able to evolve pins, because it's like I said, it's not just a Mickey Mouse pin, a Minnie Mouse pin, and a Daisy pin now. Like, we're seeing pins that spin, pins that look like figurines, and we've got all of these special editions, so long may it continue to evolve. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, and we're getting so many third-party officially licensed pins as well. You got Pink Alamode pins, which are fantastic. Artland, like the pin I have, they're brilliant. They've got so many wonderful pins. I know the guys from GoPin Pro, or these dudes. They've got their own set of pins now, and they're stunning. So it's cool to see that. Outside of Disney, you've got these third parties who were able to make these fantastic, exclusive but fantastic looking pins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think too, something we've mentioned a lot is just how memorable pins are. But I think something really interesting about pins is like, I think they're one of the few things that I can look at what they have, like look at other people's collections and not be like too envious. Because I'm like, I love my pins, and I love them just as much as you love your pins, and so it's one of the few things I feel like what you can bring it together, and it only unites you, and it doesn't be like, it's not like, oh, like now I have to have, besides the Captain EO pin, that's the exception to it. The rest are really like that, and I think that's really special. I think there's not a lot of fandoms that have that don't look on other people's things with envy, but this is one that I do think is like that, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's lots of sets which I won't collect, but like the Munchkin sets, they're so cute. Love them. I wouldn't collect them personally, but anybody who has those, it's such a cool, fun set to collect, and you always find them on the boards if you're lucky. But yeah, I agree. Yeah,
And I think it's good that because been doing it for so many years with the pin trading, you can get pins from your favorite movie, even like if it's the Black Cauldron or Treasure Planet or something, they're going to be out there and you can find them. And then they're bringing like the anniversary pins out when they come back. So you're pretty much always going to find something that you like.
Yeah, I actually found a pin that there's like an alphabet series they did a long time ago, and it had the letter and then like the character, right? And for V, oh, I did something to Joe. Joe, for everyone that listens or watches our podcast, Joe's like, just give him an eye when you watch. He's so funny. Oh yeah, just like those. Yeah. Just like those. Yeah. And I have one that's a V, and it's for Vincent from The Black Hole, which is such an obscure movie reference. But I have like all the collectibles from that movie, and that pin, even though it's like missing some of the pieces, is like one of my favorite things. And I would die for that pin, you know? And so it's interesting what like captures our hearts, but it's very special and it's neat. And I like that we can all have a thing, you know?
Yeah, definitely. In 2024, when I went out there as well, my daughter Penny, she jumped on the interest of pins, and that just like filled my heart as her dad. Just seeing her get a lanyard and start trading away is just like, yeah, pins are here to stay. I'm glad the next generation's starting to jump on them as well.
Oh, that's really sweet.
That's so cute.
Yeah, my cousin got into it.
She's got to have her own. She's got to have her own. Draw the line.
Dad, I'll trade you that really rare barbecue one for this, like, really standard Rapunzel one. No, absolutely not.
we don't need any more Stitch pins, no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no, yeah, no. Do away with the Stitch merchandise. Stitch merchandise as a whole, just stop. Just stop it now. We've got too much.
Well, excellent. Do we have anything else we want to share about this?
No.
I think we've done it. I think we've killed this one, guys. I think that went really well. Okay, I'll wrap it up and I'll announce next week's. It's parades, right, Dean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe's favorite topic.
Yay!
What's
It's mine too.
I love a parade. Parades are great.
No,
I
get
just
so
can't.
much done.
Nope.
Good
I'd rather
seeing
ride.
the
I'd go
parade.
ride stuff. I'm good.
Yeah,
Oh no, Starlight Parade.
yeah.
I saw
but
Paint the Night once.
I seen
I
Starlight
was like,
Parade. I seen Starlight Parade 20 years ago when it was first a thing. You know. I seen
all
it.
this and more next week on Disney Hot Topic. You can look forward to this and so much more as we discuss parades. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you next week and have a great day. Thank you so much, guys.